the clink of silverware against porcelain plates, the low hum of conversation turning into chuckles, and then my father's voice, that gravelly baritone he's always wielded like a weapon, slicing, through the air like a knife, through butter. "Some kids make you proud," he says, leaning back in his creaky oak chair, swirling his wine glass with a smug little twist of his wrist. "Others, they just take up space." The table erupts. My golden child brother snorts into his napkin. Aunt Linda, with her peroxide blonde bob and perpetual fake tan, lets out a hyena-like cackle that makes her double chin jiggle. Even my mother, who usually plays the peacemaker, covers her mouth but doesn't hide the smirk tugging at her Botox-frozen lips. All eyes slide to me. I'm 38, sitting there in my sensible gray blouse, the one I bought on sale. Because who has time for nice? Clothes when you're holding up a sinking ship. My cheeks burn, not from embarrassment. Oh no, that's long burned out, but from the raw, throbbing pulse of something deeper. Betrayal? Yeah, but mostly the cold, hard click of a lock finally snapping open inside me. You know that moment? When the world tilts just enough that you see it all for what it is. The lies, the leeches, the years you've poured your soul into a black hole called family. That's me right then. And what I did next? It wasn't a scream. It wasn't a storm of tears or slammed doors. It was quiet, calculated, and it left them all choking on their own laughter. Stick around, because this isn't just revenge. It's liberation. And trust me, by the end you'll be cheering. If you've ever sat at a table where the people who raised you treated you like an afterthought, like the punchline to their favorite joke, then this one's for you. Hit that like button if you're ready to feel that sweet rush of justice served cold. Subscribe and ring the bell, because on this channel, we don't just tell revenge stories, we live them with you. Let's dive in. Let's rewind way back, because to understand that dinner, that shattering moment, you have to know the rot that festered underneath. My name's Elena, by the way. Not that it mattered much in our house. Growing up in that sprawling Victorian in suburban Ohio, with its peeling wallpaper and the faint musty smell of regret hanging in the air like cigarette smoke, I was the invisible one. The oops baby, born 5 years after my brother Marcus. He was the star, valedictorian, quarterback, the kid who could do no wrong. Me? I was the quiet reader, the one who fixed the leaky faucet while everyone else partied. Picture this. It's 1998. I'm 11, hunched over my beat-up desk in the corner of our shared bedroom. Yeah, we shared until I was 16 because space is for winners, as Dad liked to say. The fluorescent light buzzes overhead, casting harsh shadows on my dog-eared copy of To Kill a Mockingbird. Downstairs, the living room thumps with the bass from Marcus's latest mixtape. He's got friends over, the cool ones, with their baggy jeans and sideways caps, laughing about how he aced his algebra test without studying. Mom's in the kitchen, humming off-key to some country tune on the radio, her apron dusted with flour from the cookies she's baking just for him. Dad? He's in his recliner, beer in hand, nodding along like Marcus hung the moon. I creep downstairs for a glass of water, my socks whispering against the worn linoleum. That's when I hear it, Dad's voice, slurred just enough from the Bud Light to carry that edge. That boy's gonna make it big. College scholarship, corner office, you watch. A pause. Then Mom's soft agreement. Our pride and joy. No mention of me. Not the straight A report card clutched in my fist, or the fact that I just won the science fair with a volcano that actually erupted on cue. Nothing. I stand there, glass halfway to my lips, the cool ceramic pressing into my palm like an anchor. My throat tightens, a little fist squeezing my chest. Why not me? The thought whispers unbidden. What do I have to do? But kids adapt, right? They build walls out of someday. Someday they'll see. So I swallow it down, like the lukewarm tap water that tastes faintly of rust, and slink back upstairs. That was the first crack. Not a big one, just enough to let the doubt seep in. Fast forward through the blurry years. High school, me, buried in AP classes while Marcus parties his way to a C average. College. I claw my way into state school on scholarships and waitressing gigs. 3 shifts, a week at the greasy diner off campus, smelling like fryer oil and stale coffee till it seeps into my dreams. Marcus? Full ride to Ohio State, courtesy of Dad's connections at the alumni club. Family pulls strings, Dad would grunt, clapping him on the back. Me? Figure it out, Elena. World's not a handout. By 25, I'm out. First job, junior accountant at a mid-tier firm in Columbus. It's soul-crushing. Endless spreadsheets under fluorescent hell, the hum of printers like a migraine in stereo, but the pay? Steady. Enough to rent a shoebox apartment, with drafty windows and a fridge that rattles like it's possessed, and that's when the calls start. Mom's voice on the line, always that trembly whine. Elena, honey, things are tight this month. The mortgage. Dad in the background, muttering about damn economy. Marcus? He's between jobs again, crashing on their couch, his car payments mysteriously landing on their credit card. I send what I can. 50 here, 100 there. It's not charity, I tell myself. It's family, blood, the right thing. My hands shake as I hit transfer on the banking app, the green confirmation lighting up my screen like a guilty secret. They'll pay me back, someday. But someday stretches. By 30, I'm promoted. Senior analyst now, buried in audits that make my eyes cross. Salary bumps to $75K, and the loans grow. Not loans exactly. Expectations. Dad's truck breaks down. Elena, you're the smart one with numbers. Mom's knee surgery? Just this once, sweetie. Marcus's business venture. Some half-baked app idea that flops harder than a fish on dry land. Wipes out their savings. I cover it, all of it. Wires from my account to theirs, month after month, like veins pumping life into a corpse. Internally, it's a war. Nights alone in my apartment. The city lights blurring through rain-streaked windows. I'd pace the threadbare carpet, fists clenched till my nails bit crescents into my palms. Why me? The question echoes louder now. Marcus parties through life and I'm the ATM? My reflection in the bathroom mirror. Tired eyes. Lines etching my forehead like fault. Lines. Stares back accusingly. Powerless. That's the word that sticks. A sour taste on my tongue. Powerless to say no because what if I do? What if they cut me out? The family photos on the mantle downstairs. The ones where I'm always in the back row. Blurred at the edges, they'd erase me entirely. And the disrespect? It simmers. Family gatherings become minefields. Christmas at the house. The tree twinkling with ornaments. Marcus made in kindergarten, while mine gather dust in a box labeled MISC. Dad's toasts always to the successes. Mom's sidelong glances, like I'm the embarrassing relative. Aunt Linda. God, Aunt Linda with her nasal drawl. Elena, still single? Clock's ticking, dear. Laughter ripples. I force a smile, my jaw aching from the effort, heat crawling up my neck like fire ants. Inside, scream, run, disappear, but I don't. I nod, sip my eggnog spiked just enough to numb the edges, and excuse myself to help in the kitchen, where I scrub pots till my knuckles bleach white, the scalding water a penance for existing wrong. Escalation hits at 35. I'm killing it at work, leading a team now. Bonuses stacking like bricks in my savings account. I've even bought a modest condo downtown, the kind with exposed brick and a balcony, overlooking the Scioto River. Feels like a win, a quiet rebellion. But home. The calls turn to pleas. Dad's retirement's a joke, no 401k, just regrets in a garage full of rusty tools. Mom's got fibromyalgia, real or not, who knows, but the meds aren't cheap. Marcus? Married now to some influencer type who drains their wallet on content creation. Trips, the total I've funneled in. I track it obsessively in a hidden Excel sheet. $247,000 over a decade. Give or take, my safety net, their lifeline. One humid July evening 2023, it boils over. Phone rings at 8 p.m., my feet up after a 12-hour day. It's Dad. Elena, the house payment bounced. Bank's calling. You gotta wire $2K tonight. No hello, no thanks in advance. Just demand like ordering takeout. My stomach twists, a cold knot uncoiling. The river glitters outside, mocking my solitude. Dad, I say, voice steady, but my free hand gripping the couch arm till the fabric bites. I've sent 1/500 last month. And the one before, silence. Then his bark. Family helps family. Or are you too big for your britches now? Click. I stare at the phone, screen dark as my mood. Tears prick hot and unwelcome. Big for my britches? The phrase loops, absurd and infuriating. I pace, bare feet slapping cold hardwood, breath coming in shallow bursts, chest tight like bands of iron cinching. No more. The thought lands like a thunderclap. Not angry, not yet. Resolved. A quiet fire kindling in my gut, warm and unyielding. I pull up the bank app, transfer the money, one last time, but as the confirmation pings, I add a note. Final wire. Love, Elena. Send. Block numbers. Not all at once. Just enough space to breathe. The invitations keep coming. Birthdays, holidays, that fateful dinner, my cousin's wedding rehearsal. The next night, so family bonding at the old house. I almost say no, but something pulls me. Closure? Masochism? Who knows? I show up in that gray blouse, hair pulled back. Makeup minimal, armor, the dining room's the same. Long mahogany table scarred from decades of elbows and spills, chandelier dripping crystals like frozen tears, smells of pot roast and merlot, comfort food laced with poison. They're all there. Marcus Pontier now, tie askew, regaling tales of his startup that's mostly vaporware. His wife, Tiffany, scrolling Instagram. Diamonds glinting on her manicured fingers. Diamonds I indirectly bought. Mom fussing with the gravy, her laugh too bright. Dad at the head, king of his crumbling castle. Aunt Linda, of course, perched like a vulture in sequins. Conversation flows like the wine, loose, lubricated. Toast to the bride-to-be. Stories of old glories. Then Dad, glass raised, eyes glassy. Weddings make you think about legacy. Marcus here. He's given us grandkids on the way. Real pride. Nods all around. My fork scrapes plate, the metal screech a tiny protest. Then it comes. The line. Some kids make you proud. Others just take up space. Laughter crashes. Marcus slaps the table, red-faced. Tiffany titters behind her hand. Mom's oh honey, half-hearted, eyes darting to me. Aunt Linda's guffaw echoes off the crown molding. The air thickens, heavy with roast beef and ridicule. My face? A mask. Cool, composed. But inside, oh God. Heart hammers like a war drum. Ears ring. A wave of nausea rolls, bile rising sharp. Space! The word echoes, distorting. I've been your oxygen, you blind bastard. Fingers tremble under the table. Nails digging into thigh till pain grounds me. Betrayal blooms, hot and vivid. Not just the words, but the chorus of agreement. The underestimation, decade deep, powerless? No, not anymore. I set my fork down, deliberate. The clink cuts the laughter like a guillotine. All eyes swivel. Dad's smirk falters, just a twitch. Something funny, Elena? He prods, voice laced with that patronizing drawl. I meet his gaze. Steady. The room holds its breath. Or maybe that's just my lungs. Frozen. Actually, Dad, I say, voice low, silk over steel. About that space. I'm taking up... That's the turning point. But oh, we're just getting started on the unraveling. See, in the weeks leading up to that dinner, I'd been planning. Not out of spite, out of survival. That Excel sheet? It wasn't just numbers. It was evidence, receipts, emails, bank... Statements printed and bound like a dossier. I'd consulted a lawyer on the sly. Quiet lunches at a corner cafe. Her sharp eyes scanning my printouts over steaming lattes. This is elder financial exploitation in reverse, she'd said, tapping a pen against her teeth. But blood ties complicate it. You want out clean? Clean, the word sang. No mess, no courts, just truth. Served like a mirror they couldn't shatter. I'd frozen joint accounts. Redirected direct deposits. Even sold the condo, quietly to a cash buyer, netting $300K after fees. Wired it to a new trust, untouchable. Marcus's loans? Forgiven in writing, with a clause. Repay or face small claims. Petty? Maybe. But boundaries aren't free. Back at the table, my words hang. I've been taking up space, huh? Funny you say that. I reach into my purse, the leather one, scuffed from years of commuting, and pull out the folder, thick, innocent looking. Slide it across the tablecloth, linen whispering like a secret. It lands before Dad with a soft thud, pages fanning slightly. His brow furrows, that perpetual scowl deepening. What's this now? Open it, I say. Simple, no tremor. Inside, my pulse roars. A freight train in my veins. But my face? Granite. The family leans in, curiosity piqued, like kids at a magic show. Mom's hand flutters to her pearls. Marcus pauses mid-sip, wine dribbling forgotten. Dad flips it open. First page, a ledger. Neat columns, dates, amounts. Totals climbing like a mountain. 247,863.42s. His eyes scan, widen fractionally. What the hell is this? Every penny, I reply, voice even. But oh, the thrill. A spark igniting in my chest, warm as whiskey. Every wire. Every just this once. The mortgage in 2009 when Marcus's tuition tanked your savings. Mom's surgery in 12. Dad's truck, 15. Tiffany's ring? That was the emergency fund bonus. I got after pulling 80-hour weeks. Gasps ripple. Aunt Linda's mouth forms a perfect O, rouge-blotted cheeks paling. Marcus chokes. Elena, what? I cut him off, gentle but firm. And this? Flip to the next section. Emails, screenshots. Moms, please. We wouldn't ask if it wasn't dire. Dad's gruff. Handle it. Kid. That's you, all of you. 15 years, while you toasted Marcus's successes. While I fixed the leaks, paid the lights, kept this roof over your heads. Space? I've been the foundation you stood on to mock. Me. The room spins into silence. Heavy. Suffocating. Dad's face, ruddy, veined like old marble, drains to ash. His fingers clutch the pages, knuckles blanching. This is bullshit. You think you're some saint? We raised you, raised me. The irony twists like a knife. I lean forward, elbows on table, the wood cool under my sleeves. Raised me to what? To apologize for breathing? To laugh along when you called me dead weight? My voice cracks. Just once, a hairline fracture. But I push through, the words pouring like catharsis. No, Dad, you didn't raise me. You used me, and now, I'm done. Mom whimpers, tears smearing mascara into black rivulets. Elena, honey, we love you. This is a misunderstanding. Love. The word lands like acid. My throat burns. Memories flashing. Childhood Christmases where my gifts were practical. Socks. Books, while Marcus unwrapped gadgets. Birthdays skipped because budgets. The internal roar. Love doesn't tally debts in the shadows. Out loud. Love? Try again. This is 15 years of silence bought with my sweat. And tonight, consider the bill paid in full. I stand, slow. The chair scrapes back. A nails-on chalkboard screech that no one stops. Folder stays on the table. A grenade with the pin pulled. Merry Christmas, everyone. Or whatever this was. Door to the hall. Footsteps echoing on the runner rug, threadbare from years of pacing regrets. Outside, the night air slaps. Crisp. October chill nipping at my exposed arms, but freedom tastes like rain on parched earth. Car door slams, engine hums to life. As I pull away, porch light shrinking in the rear view, a sob breaks free. Not pain. Release. Shoulders shake, tears streaming hot. But the wheel, steady in my grip. For the first time in decades. But wait, that's not the full unravel. The aftermath? Pure poetry. Days turn to weeks. Radio silence at first, then the barrage. Text from Mom. Come home. Talk. Dad's voicemails. Gravelly and gruff. You owe us an explanation. Marcus. The coward via email. Sis. This is dramatic. Family sticks together. Dramatic. The word ignites fresh fury. A flare in my belly, sharp as hunger. I don't respond. Instead, I thrive. New city, Pittsburgh. Job offer from a headhunter. Director level, $150K base. Condo swaps for a loft with skyline views. The Allegheny River glittering like promise below. Therapy sessions twice weekly. Unpacking the baggage till it feels like feathers, not lead. The family? Crack show. Aunt Linda spills first. A gossipy call from a mutual friend. Your dad's fit to be tied. Mortgage notice came. They're scrambling. Schadenfreude? A little, but mostly vindication. The quiet kind, blooming slow. Marcus's startup folds without my invisible strings. Headlines in local rags. About unpaid vendors. Mom's fibro flares without premium meds. Sympathy cards pile up, but no check from me. Dad? Pride's his poison. He tells the neighbors I'm ungrateful. But whispers spread. The ledgers made rounds. Photocopies like viruses. 6 months in. Holiday season again. Invitation comes. Tentative, handwritten. All is forgiven. Join us. I burn it in the sink. Blue flame licking edges. Smoke curling like ghosts banished. Instead, I host my own. New friends from work. A potluck in the loft. Laughter real. No undercurrents. Toasts to new beginnings. My glass clinks theirs. Bubbles fizzing on my tongue. Inside, this is space I claim proudly. The real climax? A year later. Summer barbecue at a neutral spot. Park by the river. Neutral ground insisted by the mediator Mom hired. They're there, diminished. Dad's thinner. Jowls sagging like deflated balloons. Mom's eyes hollow. Pearls clutched like rosaries. Marcus and Tiff. Kids in tow. The grandkids who never met their Auntie Elena because bridges burned. I arrive last. Sundress fluttering in the breeze off the water. Folder successor in my tote. Legal docs. Clean break. We sit. Awkward small talk. Weather, traffic. Then Dad, voice strained. Elena, about that night. I nod. Serene. The sun warms my skin. Birdsong a counterpoint to his gravel. Yeah, about that. Pull out the papers. This is the settlement. You keep the house. I bought it outright last month. Paid off. No liens. But title's in my name now. Rent it, sell it, whatever. Your choice. Jaws drop. Mom's hand flies to mouth. You, what? Bought it, I repeat. Simple as stating the sky's blue. With the equity from my place. And the rest? A trust for the kids. College funds, medical, no strings to you. Marcus stammers. But why? Eyes meet his. Brother's eyes once so like mine. Because some spaces are worth reclaiming. Not for revenge, for peace. Dad's face crumples. Not anger, defeat. The king dethroned, crown slipping. We didn't know. Didn't know. The lie of omission. But I see it, the flicker of shame, raw and human. My chest loosens, a knot untying after years. Now you do. Stand. Breeze tousles hair, carrying the scent of grilled corn from nearby picnickers. Take care. Walk away. Not running, strolling. The path crunches under sandals. River sparkling ahead. Behind whispers, sobs. But forward, horizon wide open. Zoom in on that barbecue moment, because it's the heart punch you came for. The air's thick with charcoal smoke and unspoken apologies. The kind that hang like humidity. Picnic table scarred from 1,000 strangers' knives. Checkered cloth flapping lazy in the wind. Dad's across from me, burger untouched. Bun sweating condensation onto the wax paper. His eyes, those steel gray ones that used to pin me like a butterfly. Dart to the papers, then away. Sweat beads on his forehead. Not from the heat, from the unraveling. You bought the house? He rasps, voice cracking on the edges like dry leaves. The words tumble out, disbelieving. Mom's beside him, fingers twisting a napkin into shreds. Mascara already threatening another streak. Our home? Elena, how... I lean back, the wooden slats digging into my spine. Grounding, real. The sun filters through oak leaves overhead, dappling the table in gold flecks that dance like fireflies premature. My heart? Steady thrum, no wild gallop, just calm. The kind earned in the quiet hours. Staring at ceilings till dawn. Whispering mantras. You are enough. You always were. Quietly, I say, tone even, like discussing brunch plans. Appraisal came in at $420K. I had the down payment saved. Bank loved my credit. Spotless, by the way. No cosigners needed. Marcus shifts. Kids squirming on his lap. The boy, little Marcus Jr., all chubby cheeks and innocent gap-toothed grin, oblivious to the storm. This is crazy, Elena. You're punishing us. Punishing. The accusation lands soft, no sting. I tilt my head, breeze lifting a stray curl from my neck, cool relief. Punishing? No, protecting. Slide the trust docs over. Crisp. Notarized blue folder like a gift wrapped in finality. See here, $50K each for the kids' futures. Locked till 18. No access for adults. That's me choosing better. For them. Tiffany, ever the opportunist, leans in, her yoga-toned arms folding tight. But the house. We could stay, right? Family? Her voice lilts, pleading wrapped in entitlement. Laughter bubbles up, not cruel, cathartic. It spills out, light as the pop of a cork. Heads turn from nearby tables, curious glances. Stay on what rent? Or the same terms as before, me footing the bill. While you toast my space taking? Dad's fist clenches, napkin crumpling in his grip. Vin Bouge, that old temper flashing. The one that shattered plates in my childhood. Echoes still ringing in nightmares. Ungrateful. After everything? I interrupt, voice rising just a notch. Enough to cut, not shatter. The word hangs sharp. Lean forward now, elbows on table, the varnish sticky under my skin. Eyes lock on his. Let's tally, Dad, because I did. 15 years. Start with 09, 8K for Marcus's tuition shortfall. You called it investment in the future. Mine? Community college, loans I paid solo. Pause. Let it sink. His Adam's apple bobs. Swallow audible over the distant splash of kids in the shallows. 12 mom's surgery. 15K out of pocket. I skipped my own dental work for that, remember? The abscess that swelled my cheek like a chipmunk? Mom flinches, hand to her knee. The operated one, scar hidden under capris. Her eyes well, lips trembling. Elena, we were desperate. Desperate. The echo of 1,000 calls. My chest aches. Not for them. For the girl I was who believed it every time. 15. Truck. 12K. You drove it to the bar that night. Came home reeking. Blamed me for stressing you out. When I asked about repayment. The litany flows. Each number a pebble in a sling gaining weight. Marcus squirms, face flushing beet red, sweat slicking his brow. Sis, come on. That was ages ago. Ages, I echo soft. And the total? $247,963.42. Plus interest. Emotional interest. The birthdays missed. The proud toast skipped. The laughter. My voice dips, raw now. The vulnerability a blade turned inward for a beat. Throat tightens, a lump like swallowed glass. But I push. I didn't buy the house to hurt you. I bought it to free us all. You from debt, me from duty. Dad's chair scrapes, abrupt, legs gouging divots in the grass. He stands looming. That patriarchal shadow he's always cast. You think this makes you better? Some big shot now? Fury cracks his facade, spittle flecking lips. The park quiets, picnickers pausing forks midair. Better? The question ignites. I rise too, slower, unflinching. 5'4" to his 6-foot frame, but in that moment, I tower. Wind whips my dress hem, skirt billowing like sails. Better? No, whole. The word lands. Simple. True. His eyes, for the first time I see it. The flicker. Not defeat. Realization. The mirror I held, reflecting back the Emperor's nakedness. His shoulders sag, exhale ragged, like air from punctured bellows. Elena. But I'm already turning. Steps light on the gravel path, crunching away. Behind, chaos erupts soft, Mom's wail, keening low. Marcus's mutter, what the hell just happened? Dad's silence, heaviest of all. The humiliation, not in screams or slaps. In the quiet crumble, the king dethroned by his own decree. As I reach the parking lot, car key fob chirping unlock. A laugh escapes, genuine, belly deep. Tears mix, salt on lips, triumph. Yes, but sweeter, validation. The universe whispering, you did it. You're free. Engine purrs, AC blasts cool salvation on flush skin. Rear view. Family huddled, diminished dots against green expanse. Drive away. Horizon calls. In the end, revenge isn't always fireworks and fallen foes. Sometimes, it's a key turning in a lock you didn't know was rusted shut. This story? It's proof that justice delayed isn't denied. It's distilled, pure. And the real win? Finding your voice in the echo of theirs. What space will you claim today? Phew! If that didn't give you goosebumps and a fist pump, check your pulse. Smash that like button if Elena's story hit home. Drop a comment below. What's the one line you'd drop on your own deadweight doubters? And hey, subscribe for more raw, real revenge tales that heal as much as they hype. Turn on notifications. Next one's even juicier. Thanks for watching. You've got this. See you soon.